Я закриваю очі і бачу перед собою карту Європи. Я наче лечу над нею та роздивляюся навкруги. Поступово починаю впізнавати знайомі образи своєї країни, України. Але те, що я бачу, мене жахає. Рій ракет перетинає небо, а землю спустошують безперервні вибухи. Це просто жахливе видовище. Але водночас я починаю відчувати непереборне бажання туди потрапити. Я розумію, що зараз, як ніколи, маю місце на рідній землі. Хід моїх думок переривають ракети, вже націлені на мене. Але мене це не зупиняє, я починаю наближуватись, щоб спробувати повернутися додому. Аж раптом втручається невідома сила, іначе відтягує мене назад. Я прокидаюся збентежено. Моє серце калатає, я дивлюсь на свій телефон і розумію, що це був не просто сон.
My best friend, he went from Czech Republic to Ukraine to fight, and after that, I guess it was a bit influential for me. I went crazy a bit, like from the guilt feeling, in a safe place. And I came to the head of the battalion, and he just told me that I'm not going to be any helpful there. He understood that I'm not emotionally prepared, and he convinced me to go somewhere like Kyiv, home, or etc. At that time, I just remember that I was feeling only awful everywhere. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I hated everyone around me, and I was watching all the heroes at Ukraine, and I just couldn't stand being there. I can't say that I'm a fighter person, to be honest, because I'm not, but no one is born to be drafted as war.
Culture is the main thing, even in our identification. And maybe you heard that Russians accept that they are killing people and bombing cities and so on. They also trying to destroy our culture.
І чує, як десь цуцу щебече пташеня, ще тільки
They destroyed museum of Maria Primachenko, the famous primitivist artist of Ukraine, and they destroyed Grigory Skovoroda museum, our famous philosopher.
бутерброд і питиме коньяк, і думатиме, як чудово.
They are burning books in that places that are occupied by them, books in Ukrainian language.
Чудово бути тут, чудово бути тут.
So they want to destroy also our culture, and I think it's very main thing to opposite to this, to make this culture alive, to play music, to paint paintings, to write poems.
I don't know my plans. And it's so hard because now we understand that we have a really cool age. We are young, but in our country right now war. And it's so unfair. For example, my husband, he is composer, he is sound engineer. We usually working together, but now he's instructor in drum school. But to be honest, he doesn't like this. He wants to create music.
Emotions were packed, and I was afraid to unpack them for a long time. The event that triggered it was the death of my friend in May. He died on the 5th May in 2022. He was a photographer. He joined army. Even though he had no knowledge, he decided to join the dangerous part of serving. Yes, he was one of the rare person. I felt like he was my soulmate, even though we met not a long time before. I only knew him for 1 year, but I felt like it was instant connection, and it was such a loss.
So many families that are really looking forward to having a home. Like a couple of weeks ago, I remember there was a little girl on the station. Before we had built the internal blocks in the house for the internal rooms, we'd put down the first 2 blocks. It was only like 60 centimeters high. And Anastasia was in with a blanket and her dolls and was playing in what was going to be her bedroom. The girl hasn't had a bedroom in 2 years, and that's heartbreaking. Like, she's an 8-year-old girl. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't understand. So, just the reality of life in Ukraine, and it's a fucking sad reality. Today was an emotional day for me because I met an owner of a new house, Lena. I met her today. We looked at the house, we looked at the foundations, And we had to try to figure out how we're going to get access, how we get a concrete lorry, and how we get a block lorry, and how we get delivered. And that's all the stuff that's going on in my head. But she came from the Donetsk region back in 2014 because her house there was destroyed. And she came here and she bought a house here. Now this is her second home that's been destroyed. And she has hip problems, she has health problems, her husband has health problems. And we're building in such a small little house. That little house is going to be their home. But she's putting all her hopes and dreams and promises in this organisation and in me to rebuild her home.
People needed something good in their life as well. Not only bad pictures from the news with blood, with bodies, only bad news when you know that parents of your best friends, the city is occupied by Russia, and all the time you have very bad news. But then we realized that, okay, Kyiv stands, Ukraine stands, all people are still here, we want to fight, so if everybody is okay with the situation, they know what to do, and all the people just started doing some stuff they could. You see that everyone is in, nobody runs away. Everyone is here, protecting in their own way.
It's just happening. It was the answer of one soldier when another asked how Ukrainian army work right now, and they say, I don't know, it just works.
Before war, I was very naive. I was more childish. I just wanted to draw cute pictures. And when the war started, it was the moment I realized that there is no place for my childness, for my naivety, and not because there is no people who will get it, but because I don't have that inside of me anymore. I can't say that I'm more optimistic, but I try to find that resilience inside of me, and it helps me to see how people can create, can do unimaginable things, even though they struggle with the same awful things as me. I think Ukrainians are wonderful and very brave and strong, and creativity raised to the highest levels in every sphere. Sense of humor, illustration, music, that is absolutely mind-blowing. So I don't know who can beat us in that way.